What's going on, guys? It's Mark with Red Star Loft, and you might notice a big change right off the bat, huh? I've just about doubled my loft in one quick easy step. But yeah, my apologies if there's a lot of dust flying around. I just cleaned and scraped the floors, and I have to use a flash because it is getting dark outside. So it was an unplanned loft cleaning. It was supposed to be tomorrow morning, but I got home early today. So yeah, all that stuff that might be flying is just stuff from the flash that's making it more visible. But yeah, we'll talk about the good first, and the good is really good. I have yesterday, you guys probably saw the video. I was at Gannis's loft by Gannis. Had a great time, hung out with a lot of flyers, a lot of experienced flyers, a lot of well-known flyers as well. Otto Family Loft was out there, great guy. Really kicked it off with him and talked to him a lot. So yeah, had a fantastic time at Mike Gannis's loft. And after that, though, I did not continue my Hoosier Classic weekend activities. But instead, I went to Michigan to visit I think I can call him dear friend, Adrienne P, that you guys all know. So he was about 4-hour drive roughly from me. So I decided to make that drive, meet a fellow flyer, somebody who has been helping me out a lot along the way, and I got to sit down with Adrienne. And yeah, not just get birds from him, but I got to hang out with him, got to hang out with his family, had to sat down, had dinner, talked and bullshitted, and just had a good time, and had a good afternoon and good evening. And couldn't say more nice things about him. Great guy, very helpful, very insightful person. So, but as you guys can see, I planned on getting maybe a couple pairs of birds from him, maybe 3 or 4, but I ended up getting 16 birds, and all 16 of these birds are almost definitely better than most of the birds that I could have bought out there for hundreds or maybe even thousands of dollars. So give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I know I cut that video off. I had to go help the wife real quick. But anyway, here they are. 16 birds. I think about 5 or 6 hens, and the rest are cockbirds. Most of them are this year's young birds. They've all been raised. They've all placed very well. I know Adrienne didn't. Look at this one. This guy might be my favorite. Right there. Yeah, like I said, all great birds, all placed well, and all beautiful too. These reds that he has are just stunning looking. And I finally got to get me some checks. This is a young bird, and that's an older bird over there. So I finally have at least a couple checks in here. Here's a third one as well. But as you can see, look at this hen. I'm not gonna lie, I still don't know too much about these birds. Just besides the fact that they're good birds that have a lot of potential. They have a lot of breeding potential. You guys know there's no guarantees. It's still fairly much, a hit or a miss. But the fact that they have potential can't be denied. So next year is going to be real interesting and real fun. I'm trying to see what else there is to show. Yes, there she is. If you guys remember her, this was my favorite hen. She went on that 120-mile toss, and she came back 13 days later. Day after I posted my second to last video, she came back and I was thrilled. So, if nothing, she's definitely a fighter. So, super glad to have her back. Look at how beautiful that guy is. Yep, not a whole lot to say on that topic. Like I said, I still don't know too much about him. Besides the fact that they're good birds and that they're great potential, so I'm just gonna work with that, with some help from Adrienne in terms of pairing him up and seeing where we go from there. And as far as for the rest of this year, in the next couple days, I'm going to be separating all of my hens and all of my cocks, so that's going to be taking place. So that's the next big thing that I have going on. But other than that, like I said, some good, some bad this weekend. The good was real good. And as many of you guys have probably heard by now, because this type of news spreads very fast, there is not going to be a race tomorrow. The Hoosier Classic was, well, I guess it's unfair to say that it was canceled, but Jim Ward's Loft, Jim Ward is the owner of the Hoosier Loft. His loft with almost 2,000 birds that made it to the final race. The entire loft was burned down last night. So it's okay, I guess I should say that it's suspected that somebody burned it down, but yeah, it's, you know, I was over there hanging out with the guys. I was at Mike Gannis's auction today. All of the guys that were there, they had birds that were in that race. We've all been waiting for tomorrow for the race, and it's a general consensus. Again, I might be speaking out of my territory, but I feel pretty confident in saying that somebody burned down Jim Ward's loft, and along with the birds that were killed were 4 of his dogs, and I can't imagine what he's going through. It's not just a hobby, it's, you know, it's his livelihood, it's his business, it's what he does. And look at this guy, idiot. It's what he does, it's his livelihood, and for somebody to do something like that, I mean, there's really no words to describe it or to say how you really feel. Jim was a tremendous guy. He helped me out a lot when I first started. He was just way more help to me than he ever needed to be, and it's I feel for the guy. It's an absolute tragedy what happened, and that's really all that I'm gonna say. I'm sure Jim's gonna come back better, bigger, and stronger. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Everybody was devastated today, and you know, we were just talking and thinking about Jim and his family and wishing him all the best at the auction. So that's it. Some miserable asshole out there went and did something unimaginable, and that's where we are. So, but yeah, like I said, some good, some bad. I'm just repeating myself at this point, so I think it's time to cut this off. I just wanted to share these beauties with you. Once again, huge shout out to Adrienne P. Thank you for not just allowing me to come by and to take some of your birds. And by the way, I didn't buy these birds from him. He willingly gave me all of these birds and was willing to give me even more, but I had to stop myself eventually. So these were all gifts from him, and yeah, I'm grateful that he had me over, that he had me in his home, that I was able to, you know, hang out, finally meet face to face, and like I said, it was a great hang, and he's a great dude. So big shout out and big thanks to you. All right, guys, you have a good one. It's time for me to go back inside the house. Take care.